Good afternoon, hockey fans. And this is the big one now. We've got New Zealand, Great Britain over on court 2. And we've got the reigning world champions against the previous world champions, Australia and France, going head to heads. Australian are the incumbents. They hold the world championship. But France have got a very strong team here. And this really does promise to be an exceptional encounter. We've just seen a classic between Great Britain and Australia in the women's elite group on court 1, and here we are now, France versus Australia, Group A. France undefeated. They beat Australia in the round robin match, and off we go. Countdown is on. This is going to be an absolute cracker. Hold on to your horses. Here we go. Australia absolutely flying out of their side of the pool. Get to the puck first by a good distance over the French. French notoriously slow starters, remember. They've got a very strong team. Stronger in more ways than one. Physically as well as literally. And France move it into the centre. Australia cut it off. Buzzer goes. We go to the surface. This is what underwater hockey is all about. Matches like this, matches like the last one we just saw. The current world champions, Australia, are going to be pushed all the way. This could easily be a final. France push it down the left. Having beaten everybody up to now in the elite, in the group stages. They've beaten Australia once already. But today's a different game. And the pressure of a knockout play as they go towards the far wall. Australia happy to take it up there. Wall considered to be a real strength of the French team, where they can tend to use more power here. Brought inside by Australia. Here's an opportunity. Australia bringing it around. France have got men back though. Should be no problem. Flick to the outside. Good play from Australia. And we come to the surface. Can hardly hear yourself think. New Zealand have scored. Benson Taylor's already scored for New Zealand in the first 2 minutes against Great Britain as we go down here. France move it out wide. We'll go up the open side. But Australia covering that well. Go to the above camera. Just see all the turning around. We do have a couple of blind spots here, so we tend to go to the above camera just to see what's going on above the surface. And that's a free given towards France. We're all having such a great time here in Egger. Brilliant hospitality, great hosts, and a superb competition. This is the business end. France up for free. Move it into midfield. Bodies on the floor. Bit of a midfield scrap, just looking to see who can break away. Australia just edge it forward slightly, but France then on their return wave, but a little break here from Australia. Cleared easily though, and France no trouble there. They're holding a high line and now pushing down the wall themselves. 1 against 1 on the floor at the moment. Everybody's just having a little breather and will be called to the surface. Could be an unjust. No, that was I think stopping the puck with a hand. That will go Australia's way, so the Frenchman considered to have stopped the puck with his body, and that will go Australia's way. Well, the current world champions here actually finished third in their group. New Zealand was second. So you could say they've had their noses put out of joint a little bit. Here we are in central midfield at the moment. Both teams still full of adrenaline, full of energy and power. We tend to see things just drop away in the second half a little bit as some of the players get a little bit tired. Australia push in and switch across to the open side. France are covering that well though. No problem here. Australia switch again, try and break through, but it's a wall of white hats at the moment for France. And they get possession back, but now Australia covering this easily. Number 4 for Australia there, Nick Young. Name we've seen many times in the past. Australia winning the WAA championships in Durban, which was considered to be a world championship, the quality of the teams that were there. And of course Australia winning 2011 in Portugal. Here's a lovely move inside from Franco. There's an opportunity here. Can he finish it off? Oh, it's brilliantly defended. What a defence from Australia there. He pulled a tremendous save. That looked a goal all over for France. And it was the left-sided defender for Australia. Pulled in a really nifty move and pulled the puck away just at the last. Australia take it to the wall. France looking to come in, they're moving in, and we'll go to the surface. Well, this really has been a great match so far. Can you believe we've already gone 10 minutes? Things go so fast when we're the quality of the play here. No serious chances except for that French opportunity just now, which was tremendously saved by the Australian defender. We're off to the wall. Just tied up at the wall at the moment. Australia putting a few extra bodies in. And it's flicked inside for Australia. Here's a chance. France are down quickly though to cover. Flick it out into the corner. And we're going to go to the surface. We've got a call and it's a free to France. Don't see what the decision was. The referee's not making the call there, but France free, and that will put them out of any danger for now. Here we are, back under the water. France look to switch. Go from one court to the other. France known for their wall play, and looking to catch Australia out by switching it across court, but Australia were ready for that. Back out to the left-hand side now. Still midfield scrapping. I love this camera angle here. You can see everything all the way up to the centre from this angle. Watching this in HD here, which is an absolute joy. We'll go to the surface. Buzzer's gone. I've got a lovely little 1080 screen in front of me. 32-inch. Detail is unbelievable. It's like being under there. And we've got our first sin bin of the match. Number 2 for France, Arnaud Legab. He's going to get a little rest for 2 minutes. And now so here we go. Australia move it down. They've got an extra man. Got a couple of players covering at the moment. And we'll go to the surface. And you can see the foul there straight away. And that was just pushing. I think a illegal push there from Australia. And we're going to have a timeout to France. So there's 12 minutes gone. Didn't that go quickly? Really good match. And so far, France had one excellent opportunity, a brilliant, desperate stop there. It may have been Rhys Quilford of Australia who pulled that stop in. It was the left-sided defenseman. And you can get a good shot here of both teams talking. Quite an open, in fact, French team, everybody's in the squad is in there. And rather than the coach, I think it's Legab himself who's actually doing most of the talking. So I think he's the nominated captain for the team. And the coach comes out and has a listen to what the captain had to say. So maybe the French just like an open democracy across their team here. Let the players have their say as well. Here we go, the timeout just counting down. And under the water we go. So a little bit of a muscle versus muscle along the back wall here. There's not many wimps in these two teams, I can tell you that, looking at them lining up at the start of the match. France looking to pull it in and we'll go above surface. And that's going to go Australia's way. And there's a warning given there to the number 10 of France, who is Mehdi Benjidloul. He gets a warning. I think with that name, he may be one of the Frenchmen who has Algerian background. Here comes Australia moving in. They've still got an advantage, still got half a minute of an extra man. 6 versus 5. they've certainly got an advantage on the floor. France don't have so many down there, and Australia trying to move it in the centre. But France have done their homework, and they were covering that very easily indeed. Here comes Australia. Oh, that's a great stay from the France, and the French are cheering here. That was superb play. A couple of the Aussies were calling for a foul, but I'm not sure that was the case. Puck came out, and it was well defended by France, and they're back to level men now, I believe. Le Gab says he wants to go in straight away. The referee says, no, you don't. You're going to have to wait a minute. I'm sure he's allowed to go in now. But here's Australia coming through. Here's a chance. France are down. Oh, brilliant defence there from Bendelure. And he's away as well. He's an excellent swimmer, this man. He cleared that and he goes straight to the wall and ties the puck up against the wall, and now we can have a breather. Oh. Well, that was some exceptional play there from the French number 10. Moving it down the wall. Equal sides now. Le Gabi's back. 0-0. You don't see many 0-0s in underwater hockey. Probably one good chance for France and a half chance there for Australia we just saw. And that's about it. This has been typical of the match so far. Looking for the break, and France have a chance of a break. Here's a man. Australia were down like a shot. Two defensemen looking to cover, and they were brilliant defending there. That was superb defending from Australia. There was an opportunity there for France, and the back man just got in just in time. We're going to have a free, and I think the officials, all the officials are giving different calls here. I think we need a referee's timeout because all three of them are giving something different. No, it's going to be given. It's going to be given France's way. So they've resolved their differences. One of the fouls was first apparently. So France get the free here. And there's Thomas Grossin of France is in the penalty zone. So France are short-handed. The puck has gone out wide. Up the wall. Australia and France up the wall now, but Australia looking to push it hard. Here come France, they're short-handed, and that tells now they've got a man less, and here come Australia on the break. Australia have got a chance here. Oh, and there's one Frenchman at the back, but he loses a puck. It's stripped off him, and the backup survives. There's a real battle in front of goal. This could be a goal for Australia. They've scored. Australia have scored. How's it going to be given? We're just waiting. We're going to have a decision. Oh, one of the officials doesn't want to give it. It's not going to be given. Two officials had given the goal, but the one official at the back had seen something and will give a free to France. Meanwhile, Great Britain have equalised over on court 2. There's a crack of a match going on there. Watch that on YouTube later. Nothing in it between these two teams. And I think we're going to have an Australian timeout. Well, I can only think that there was an illegal manoeuvre there with the Australian. That he forced the puck through, but I can only think that it was considered that he used his hand to get the puck and force it over the line. Well, the French don't have much to say to each other. Coach came out, but there wasn't many words exchanged. The Australians, meanwhile, 42 seconds of penalty of a power play. Oh, this is crazy. I'm commentating on this match, but I'm also watching the match over on court 2. Because these two matches are so good. You almost want them to be in a line rather, and do one match after another. This is crazy that we've got both matches on together. So timeouts expires. Australia and France up against the wall again. How many times have we said this in this first half? No doubt Australia have thought very long and hard about how they're going to play the wall against the French. The bell goes, and illegal use of the spare arm, and that will go to France, and usually that involves a sin bin. But on this occasion, they're letting that go. So here we go. Grossin has still got 10 seconds in the bin, but he'll be out any second now. he's insisting that he should be in right now. In fact, he does come in now. So we're back to 6-a-side with 3 minutes to go. Puck tying up there on the wall, and we'll come to the surface again. So these two teams really. Oh, we're gonna have a sin bin here for a Frenchman. I think it's number 2. I think it's Arnaud Legarbe again. He's already been in there once, and now he's going to have another little period of watching from the sideline. So advantage here, he gets another 2 minutes. So that's 4 minutes he's had so far. So Australia and France. Australia have the power play. Puck rounding around in the middle again. Just one of those two teams, two big, strong teams, just blocking each other out. But there's a move from Australia up the sideline. Still blocked against the wall. Nothing really happening here at the moment. Just side upon side. We're above the surface. There's an official call and it's gone to Australia. But the noise is so loud in here, I can't actually hear the bell going for court 1. So it's very hard to tell. And our people inside who are directing, they're in a air-conditioned room, and it's even harder for them. So I'll try and call you if it goes to the surface, and we can go to camera 4 hopefully. France move it down the wall side. A little bit of a sprint there. Australia got caught out, but they recover, and now they've got people down. Australia looking to centre it in, but France covered out and moving up the side wall themselves, and France pushing hard down the side wall. Good distance gained by France in this move. That was very quick from defence to attack, and Australia on the back foot. And that's going to go to Australia, chopping, and Australia, who have got an extra man in the pool, so that was a really good move there from France. Considering they were short-handed, they were the 5 players, including the one out of the water, and the 3, and France win it very quickly. Actually, that was good play from France. You feel that France has started to step up the tempo a little bit. Here they are short-handed, and the puck still can't get out of the Australian half, but here they move it. That's good play there from Nick Young of Australia. Number 1, Raphael Ginsberg of France getting involved there. Stuart Parkinson of Australia. Blake Sutcliffe getting stuck in, and we're coming to the surface. And that's a call to, there's a free puck going out of play on the open surface, and it was considered that it's going to be advantage France. New Zealand have just taken a 2-1 lead over Great Britain. A cracking match going on there in court 2. Of course, it's all or nothing here. You don't want to leave anything else. You want to give every inch of energy out in the pool. And, well, after all that, here we go, it's half-time. What a match. It's 0-0. It's been probably the most entertaining 0-0 I've ever seen. We've got the current world champions against the last world champions. 2 Frenchmen in the penalty box. In fact, 1 Frenchman, Arnaud Legarbe. And in fact, Grossin. There were 2 Frenchmen. So France haven't been so good on the penalties. The Australians have been very good indeed. We'll be back for the second half very shortly. I hope you're enjoying this action here on 247.tv. It's half-time over on court 2 as well. These are all the sponsors who've made this competition worthwhile, and great to have them on board. And remember, there is a chat room. Go to live.cmas.org. I don't know what time of the night it is in New Zealand, Australia right now. What time is it down in Oz? It's got to be some ridiculous 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Midnight. Oh, that's not too bad. We'll all be up at that time. Well, I hope you're enjoying this. There is a live chat room at live.cmas.org, which I'm afraid hasn't been well publicised, so not many people are in there. But do go in there and let's get it going. Let's get that going. Live.cmas.org is the place to go. Click on the live chat. Let's talk about underwater hockey as it's happening. 1 in the morning down there. Of course you're still up watching this. There's no other reason. Okay, welcome back. Here we are. This is the men's elite semi-final. What a great first half we had. It's the battle of the big guns. France and Australia. France, the world champions from 2008. Australia, the world champions from 2011. And already from the break, France put in a strong push. France undefeated so far in this tournament. They've beaten New Zealand, they've beaten Australia, they've beaten Great Britain. Puck just stuck in the corner at the moment. There's a real good atmosphere here. All four teams cheering on their teams. Puck just stuck in the corner. This could be a really interesting match. You could see this being 0-0 at the end of the match as well. The way it's going, this could well go a long, long way. Puck still stuck in the corner. France looking to pop it out. Opportunity. Fighting away there. You can see there's some strong bodies. France looking to try and take a position, looking for this puck just to pop out there. Australia have a man just above the goal, just waiting to cover that in case it happens. Puck goes backwards along the wall. France are there waiting for it. Still fighting away. Oh, that's a lovely move from France. Puck's been popped across. Is there any support there for France? Oh my goodness, it's a real old scrap on the front. The puck's in front of goal. And we might see a penalty here. Oh no, it's a free arm for France. A free arm offence for France. And an elbow, and Australia, you can see there's a bit of, sorry, Australia get the free. I'm getting overexcited here. There's a few athletes puffing their cheeks there. There was a big effort from France. That was so close to being a goal. France have had the two big chances so far in this match. Australia look to spread it out wide, but France are there again blocking. You feel France have stepped up the pace now. Australia look to push in. On the free side, Australia push it down the line. France are there though, comfortably holding the line at the moment. Australia still looking to just push this line through. We'll just go to our end cameras earlier as we have somebody in some Australian trunks getting in front of our camera. Here come France, there's a flick through. France have got bodies, France have got men on the ground now. Australia look as if they're overwhelmed. This has got to be a goal, surely. No, it was forced over, no goal given. And I think we may even have a sin bin there. They're just discussing it. The refs are going to have a chat here. One of the referees wants a 2-minute sin bin for that. So one of the French players was using his hand, and it was seen by the referee. So we're going to have a free to Australia, and we do have a sin bin, so the referees have had a chat about it. I'm not sure I grabbed which number it was. In fact, the French are discussing it themselves, and and the French have said actually it was me that was given the foul, not you. So let me go in. So number 10 for France, Mehdi Benjeloul, one of the star players for the French team. He's going to have a 2-minute rest. And here we go. And again, it's a fourth penalty for France. Australia haven't had a single man in a sin bin, and it's a 6-on-5 for Australia. Yet again, this is the fourth time so far. Stuck in the corner, France have been known just to while away 2 minutes in that corner and let the penalty go down. They're very strong in these tactics. Australia bring it across into the centre. A miscontrol there from the Australian centre. That high-pitched scream is from the other court, so ignore that from here. They move down the wall. France are a man short, remember, and they're pushing Australia back here. This is incredible from France. One athlete, oh, he's flicked it across. Oh, it's just been saved from going in a goal. Wow, that was a great move from France. They're short-handed as well, remember. They really are stepping up the pace, and France are getting bodies down. They're putting the pressure on the goal. Australia flick it out to the corner. Great play here from France. Absolutely superb. A man short, and they're putting the world champions under real pressure. And now we're going to have a free for France. No sin bin for the Australian now. It's just a free. Absolutely incredible. The world champions being pressured. France coming again. Forced out wide by Australia into the corner. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Benjalul getting ready to come back in. And France just actually seem to be happy to leave the puck up there. Wait for Benjalul to come back, and then they'll start a move. Very interesting tactics that French have got here. Just incredible that they pushed Australia back so much there. So Benjalul's back in the water. Here he is, just swimming in there, but we're going to have a obstruction against France, and Australia will get the free. Thoroughly enjoyable match. Who said you need goals to enjoy underwater hockey? This has been of the highest quality. Two very strong teams cancelling each other out. New Zealand leading 3-1 in the other semi-final right now. Australia pushing down the wall again. We're level sides, level each, 6 aside. And France have got an opportunity. The puck's broken out, but there's only one Frenchman on the floor at the moment. Here comes the support, and now it comes. And this is where France will be strong. Pushing it out wide, down the open side, but France are there to cover it. Good stoppage there from the number 11 for Australia, Luke Rector. And we'll come above the surface for a call. And I think there's going to be a sin bin here for the Frenchman. Nicolas Legay will get either 1 or 2 minutes in the sin bin. That's the 5th French sin bin, just 1 minute for him. I don't think the clock's supposed to start until he actually puts his backside on the seat. France will have a timeout here. And let's have a look. Well, I don't know, the French coach is having a little discussion with the referee there. We'll just look at that. Well, we just missed it, I'm afraid. But there's definitely there's definitely a little bit of annoyance there from the French coach. He just feels that the referees are giving too many fouls against his team, and also, in fact, he used that timeout. Can you believe it? He used that timeout just to have a go at the officials. He swam in, had a go at the officials, swam out again. Let the team discuss it between themselves. So here we go. And I suppose if you look at the statistics, it's only been Frenchmen in the sin bin so far. Here we go. Australia look to try and create a move here. They've got a power play. But the last time we had that, France took advantage, and France again have nicked the puck and are putting some action in, but Australia recover. And now Australia have got a chance. There's a break on here. It's 3 against 1 for Australia. France just covering it, and France do get the numbers back. Thankfully for them, they got caught out there for a second, and Australia pushed forward. Australia's support is in now. Australia, 20 seconds left on their penalty. There's the flick forward. Australia have got a chance here. It's 2-on-1. This is a big chance for Australia. Surely they must score. It looks like it's a goal. I think it's going to... Oh, it's not going to be given. Whoa, now that is a big call. That is a big call. That was a gloving into the tray. Well, that has got to be Australia's best chance of the match. It was 2-on-1. And, well, I think we're going to go under the water. They're carrying on here, no messing around. Well, what a disallowed goal there, and that's a controversy. Sure that the Australians would say that the Frenchman who was trying to stop the goal was also gloving at the same time. But it's gone France's way. And now it's equal sides. France moving up the wall. This is Oh, and they've flicked it inside. But Australia come away with it, and there's nobody there to cover. There's the support for France. We're not above the water, we're still below. Oh no, we are above, excuse me. There's a decision being called there. And I think we may have a sin bin. I think we've got a sin bin coming up. The out of water, the dry side referee wants somebody in the sin bin for this. And yep, it's our first Australian, number 8 for Australia, Gavin Wise. Under the water, here we go. France have got a power play. This is the first power play that France have had in the whole match. And Australia send it into the corner. They're going to try and hold it there for 2 minutes if they can. France have got a man right in front of goal, as you can see, just waiting for the puck to pop out. They've got a tactic there for sure. He's still waiting for the puck, looking for the opportunity, and eventually has to go above. Straight down again. Bit of a scuffle going on in that corner. Australia trying to just tie it up, just tie this penalty down. Again, Australia just rotated around. France are digging away, trying to get the puck out. Bit of movement on the puck though. Puck's coming towards the goal. There's a chop opportunity here for France. Puck's being sprayed out. It's close to the goal, but it's been put into the corner again, and we're going to have a penalty call. And that's chopping given there. Oh, sorry, an equal puck. Okay. So the officials just want to start again. Things got a bit messy, perhaps. And here we go. Still at power play for France. 30 seconds to go on this power play. 5 minutes to go. It's 0-0. France coming on the attack. There's a move inside. They've got the extra man. They must score here, France. The referee's right in on there. Who can see where the puck is? This is incredible. Australia have managed to keep the puck out of the tray. And it's been called above the surface. Obstruction given to Australia. Wow. Can you believe it? I can't believe that France did not score in that move. That's absolutely amazing. They're pointing, the Australians are just pointing over. I'm not sure what's going on there. They want a timeout, I think. Australians are calling a timeout, and it's been given. Wow. Well, I've got to have a breather here. This is incredible. This is absolutely amazing. France looks certain to score there. I know you see the French coach here. Some of the French players aren't even listening to him. I don't know if it's a little bit of a discontent in that team at the moment. There's a couple of players definitely turned their back on the coach there. They're just trying to grasp their breath. Have a rest. Maybe it's an Australian timeout, of course, so the French didn't even call that. They know what they want to do. There's still an Australian in the sin bin. He's going to be in any second. New Zealand have gone 4-1 up maybe on court 2. It's a double power play for them. 2 Brits in the sin bin. And that match looks over on court 2. This match is full of promise here. Australia move it down to the open side, but France are covering it very well already. They've got men down there. There's number 5, Jason Meeses of Australia. Number 13, Nick Martin. Cedric Rollin of France, right on him. And Gavin Wise in there. That's going to go Australia's way for obstruction. 3 minutes 45 left. Time has flown in this quite extraordinary match. We've seen some amazing defending. Surely we should have had goals, and yet defence came in at the last minute and cleared the tray. Here come France down the outside. Christophe Orshin on the open side. The current world champions and the previous world champions having an almighty tussle here in Hungary. Australia, puck is hit up high into the air. A real challenge between the number 1 for France, Raphael Ginsberger, and number 9 for Australia, Stuart Parkinson. Into the corner again. Tom Miller there for Australia. Barged aside by one of the French athletes, and they're going to try and work this up the back wall. It worked for them last time. They've got a lot of strength, but we're called to the surface. And that's pushing, and that's going Australia's way. 2 minutes 45 left. This match is so tense. Australia get the free. Everybody's on the floor now. Puck stuck in the middle. And an opportunity for Australia on the break. Luke Rector, but it's blocked, and Rector's coming through. Just almost 2-on-1 for Australia here. If a puck can just be played inside, but it isn't. It's cleared by France out to the open side. Australia carry on the play. Beautiful flick inside. There's the flick forward as well. But it's blocked by France. Here's a chance. Oh, and another Frenchman right at the death, right on him. And France put it out to the wall. Great play. Good defence by both teams. France now look to build a move. Flicked inside, but Australia intercept. Here comes Rector on, coming out to the open side. Rector makes the move, but he comes up against 2 Frenchmen. Cedric Rollin there of France covers that one easily. And Rollin, and he's got plenty of support inside. There's a good overlap here for France. But that's blocked well by Australia, and Australia holding a high line. Australia push it out towards the wall. And again, we have this little midfield tussle. Good view from this above camera when it's over there. And we'll go to the surface. So, a free here for Australia coming in. France defend that well into the last minute, up against the wall again, and France will try and push it, build it up the wall. Australia are blocked there, and Australia are looking for the move in the last minute. This could win the match. Australia have got men in there, but France are down covering. Right in front of, we're going to come to the surface. What's been given here? Obstruction. And 2 minutes in the sin bin for Australia. That's going to go France's way. And it looks like extra time beckons. The clock has stopped. Extra coming any second. The clock's still running down. There is still 7 seconds left on the clock. Our scoreboard operator's not even interested. She's not even watching the match. So, well, we are going to have extra time. So here we go, 0-0, and extra time coming, 3 minutes rest, and off we go. So here we go. They've had a little break. 0-0. We've had some incredible goal-mouth action. Some last-minute stops from both teams. And now we're going to get another 10 minutes, another 5 minutes each way. And you really feel that, to be honest, this is almost going to be sudden death, because the defences are on top. And you feel that the first team to score will win this match, even if it's extra time. Some tired bodies out there. They've just played 40 minutes of World Championship semi-final action. And now we've got another 10 minutes to go. New Zealand have beaten Great Britain by 6-2 over on court 2, and New Zealand will await the finalists. New Zealand considered to be a very strong team here. They'll be very happy to see this match going into extra time. "20 seconds to go on the clock on extra time, so ignore our time. It's only an approximation in any way. And here we go. The clock counts down. Extra time, France and Australia. And here we go. The current world champions against the past world champions. And we have a penalty already in the box as well. Nick Martin is in the box for Australia from a previous moment, so he's still got, it's a power play here for France. Can they take advantage of that? Anthony Rocha of France pushing in hard. Australia trying to get that puck into the corner. James Rossiter there of Australia saying, I want that puck in the corner. And we're going to get to see France's tactics firsthand here, right in front of our camera on the open side. Now you see them digging it away, digging hard. They've got two bodies for one Australian. The puck has come out, but it's Australia who come away with it. Blake Sutcliffe, he's got an opportunity, and France have been caught out. Can he run all the way? He's got support inside. Oh, great defence from France. Absolutely brilliant from France. Such speed across the water. We're going to go, we've got a buzzer, and we've got cross. Yeah, oh, we're going to have a penalty. Whoa, that's a call and a half. And the French don't like it at all. That is a big call, to call a penalty from so far out on the pitch. There was a lot left to do before Australia were going to be in front of goal, but the official has decided that that call, that's down in the water. Here. Or was that a penalty goal given? It was a penalty goal. I didn't see the goal sign. Well, what a call that is. A penalty goal for Australia, and they've taken a lead. Unbelievable. And that's a big call, and there's going to be certainly a lot of discussion about that later on tonight for sure, because the puck was way out in the middle of play. Of course, our scoreboard operators, I don't know what she's doing at the moment, but we don't have a goal marked for Australia on the scoreboard, but it is a goal. Hopefully we'll get it there someday. But, well, that's, to me, that's a controversial call. France pushing hard now. They know they've got to get this equaliser. They've got 7.5 minutes to do so. Puck still down there. France have very good at pushing the ball in off, pucking off the wall, but it's cleared by Australia here. Number 5 for Australia, Jason Meeses, is in there, and he takes it out into the corner. Much to the relief of the Australian fans who are here. Australia will try and eat the time up in this corner if they can. That goal was a really big call, and well, I didn't think a penalty goal could be given from so far out, but it was considered that the foul on the Australian athlete, he was through on goal, and that if that foul hadn't have happened, he would have scored. And that's the decision-making process in the referee's mind. We're going to get a free here to... I know it's an equal puck, I believe. So, yeah, both go down at the same time. And, oh, this is great play from Australia, from France. There was Ben Jalloul right in there. He was the one who caused all the chaos. And France are trying to push in hard. Obstruction, and it goes. France's... That's gone. France's way. No, sorry, Australia's way. Sorry, scoreboard was the wrong way around there, totally throwing me out. Australia on the left, of course. And now France pushing hard again. Nobody in the penalty zone. It's a full 6 against 6. And time is up, and we're on half time in extra time. And France will have 5 minutes to try and equal this up. Well, I suppose a lot of people are going to be discussing. I know the French aren't very happy at all with the officiating here, considering that, you know, their belief is that they're getting too many sin bins for offences that possibly shouldn't be sin bin offences, maybe. And if you look at the tail of the tape on the screen, can we just bring up on the Australia match the actual list of penalties? Is that possible, please? Mr. Director, and let's just have a look. There you go. So 6 penalties for France, 2 for Australia, and of course the officials are doing their job well, but big question mark certainly that will be debated long into the night here about the penalty goal. Maybe it was going to take a penalty goal to separate these two teams. Here we go. 5 minutes. France have got, going from left to right. The pool's getting incredibly dirty there. Look at all that stuff in and around the pool. Don't know where all this is coming from. But France push it in. France going up to the side wall, into the corner. This is a tactic they play very well indeed. To the right, it's in the corner. Australia just happy to hold it there. I think the French are quite happy to see it there, though. We've already had France have a great chance from that position, and it looks as if a puck might have popped out. It's moving towards the goal. We're going to be called above the surface, and a penalty goal is given to France. The Aussies don't like it, but another penalty goal, and we're going to have a sin bin for that as well. So the French manoeuvre down into the corner has paid off for them yet again. Penalty goal confirmed there on screen. And the number 2, Reece Quilford for Australia. Sorry, Ruth 12, James Rossiter. He's the man who was stopping the puck from going into the goal illegally. And we have a false start here. Or do we? I don't know. The French were down there way before the Australians. It all went a bit crazy, but we're carrying on. 1-1, 2 penalty goals. We've seen everything in this match. And that was a more conventional penalty goal. France again putting in the power. France are looking very strong here, and here's a great chance, and France have scored! The officials are looking at each other. They've confirmed it's a goal for France, and within a minute, the French are going crazy here around us. Within 1 minute, France have gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 ahead. Thomas Grossin has scored the goal for France. It was a power play goal as well, with James Rossiter still off the pitch, and now Australia have got to do it. What have the current world champions got? Incredible turnaround. In 2 minutes, France have gone from 2-1 down, from 1-0 down to 2-1 ahead, and now France will try and tie it up. This is the French speciality. They can tie up matches brilliantly against that wall. But Australia have got the break here. Puck has gone free. Where's the support? Flicked it into the corner. Oh, that was a great pass. The bell has gone, and that's gone France's way. I think that was an obstruction call there. And, well, actually, that looked like it was going to be a goal all over for Australia there. A brilliant puck flicked through, and there was a man coming in on the outside, and the buzzer just went. And that could be Australia's last chance, because France are very good at tying up matches. Here they come down the open side. Battling away Australia, forcing the puck out into the middle again. They don't want the puck to be tied up in the on the sidelines. But France are always looking to try and score, looking to try and we come to the surface. That's gone. I think that's going Australia's way, and we're going to have 2 minutes in the sin bin for one of the French athletes who's giving a little bit back to the official there. He's not very happy that he's been called off. Number 9, Anthony Rocha, will get 2 minutes. In fact, it's the rest of the match, or the rest of this extra time anyway. So power play for Australia. Big opportunity. Can they tie this up? The puck's in there somewhere. They're fighting away. France have got bodies on the floor though. They've got good cover, and there's the flick into the corner, and the French crowd are going crazy around us here. They're all watching this on a big screen as it's happening. Puck goes into the centre. Australia trying to keep it open, but France now bring it up to the side wall, and we come to the surface, and it's Australia's puck. The clock stops. 54 seconds left. Australia, 54 seconds of a power play to tie this up and go into sudden death. Puck goes out to the wide right. Australia will love to put it into that corner. They've got their rotation sorted out. France are very good at this. Australia looking for the opportunity, but France are going to tie it up here. A minute is nothing for this French team to hold the puck up. The bell's gone, and that will go France's way. Australia had to foul to change it, and France might well just go backwards into that corner again. You feel that the French almost teach this as a tactic, how to defend a lead. Don't be surprised if this puck goes backwards into that corner. Here we go. France put in. They take it straight to the wall. No intention of going towards the Australia goal. But the puck has been popped out. Oh, it's come out into the middle. This is incredible, and a great defence from France. They're cheering everywhere here for number 12, Cedric Rollin. A brilliant interception. That looked like it could have been a goal there for Australia, and Rollin was in. Now there's a big scrap. The countdown happens, but the countdown is in French, because France are going to win this semi-final. Above water, the French are in the corner here. They can't believe it. Look at them, they're all hugging and kissing each other. They've come from 2-1 down, and we will have new world champions in 2013. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that French team. Absolutely wonderful. The French are overjoyed. They looked as if they were going out. They scored 2 goals in the second period of extra time, and the Australians will be content. Will have to be content with a 3rd, 4th place playoff against Great Britain. What a great match. What a fantastic spectacle. France beat Australia 2-1, and it will be France versus New Zealand in the final tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed the action. How could you not have enjoyed that? My name's Adrian Battersby. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.